Hey guys, so toddler meals. You could literally Pinterest toddler meals and there's like all these different things, right? Well, our kids love macaroni and cheese and occasionally they get juice after dinner. Or as Briggs says, treat.
Give me a treat.
But how many times have you stopped eating your dinner so that you could get dessert to only find out that the dessert or the juice didn't even taste good? Let's find out.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Mizell Show.
An inspiration for a new generation.
Hi, I'm Alana Mizell, a loving mother of two, a devoted wife to Steven, and an entrepreneur helping women realize their dreams and potential.
And I'm Steven Mizell, caring father of two, a devoted husband to Alana, and a driving force to help young men prepare for life after college football.
And if that wasn't enough, we're a biracial couple.
She was raised in the North, but I was raised in the South.
The only thing normal about our lives, who am I kidding? It's never normal around here. Join us for the Mizell Show.
Right now. Welcome back to the Mizell Show. This is Steven and Alana.
The Mizell Show.
Yes. So, how are you doing today?
So Steven thinks he's funny to pick on me when I'm starting to get cranky.
You started. You guys should all know.
And he's like, "You okay?"
We are recording this.
Bruh.
We're recording this in the late night hour of 6:50.
Which is not my prime.
But you're pushing through though.
I know I'm pushing through, but Steven likes to just like.
And she is drinking
pick.
coffee, but Alana's one that she can drink coffee and it won't phase
It just
her,
doesn't
and
faze me.
she still conk out in like 10 minutes with coffee.
Okay, well I can't, but
I'm just podcast. Anyways, so
if you hear me.
So we are here in the late night hour, 6:50, recording a podcast. But as all of our amazing fans and subscribers know, we have two amazing little ones. Briggs is 2, Adele's about to turn 5, but dinner time is always an adventure for us. And sometimes me and Alana...
And if you follow me on Instagram, you get glimpses of dinner time.
Exactly. Dinner time is always an adventure,
Bliss.
but sometimes Alana and I, we'll sit in bed and we'll, recap dinner, and we're like, did that really happen tonight? And so it made us think about a story that happened recently with Adele, and it really...
continues to happen.
It continues to happen, and it kind of stayed with us.
That, and we find some thought nuggets. I like to call them thought nuggets throughout our day that we're like, ooh, that can correlate to... We do thought nuggets that have imagery to help you guys understand what we're trying to articulate.
Yes.
And so, okay, let's set the stage. So
set the stage.
We try to eat dinner all together, and if you listen to one of our episodes, we talked about a day in the life of the Mizells.
Yes.
And so our kiddos don't really drink juice. They drink it on occasion, and
when they do get a chance, they
go in.
They love some juice.
They go in. That's at our house. Now, Granny and Papa's is another story. But
is Gatorade juice though?
Yeah, it's riddled full of sugar.
Yes, they love the Gatorade.
It is not just electrolytes.
Not for them.
No, they definitely don't need all that.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're at dinner, and Adele knew that she was going to get juice after she finished her dinner. That was her little reward.
And Adele continues to remind you, you know that juice in there? Yes, Adele. Hey, can I get the juice? Yeah, Adele. And then finally Alana's like, look, the juice will come after dinner.
Right.
And then Adele doesn't ask again.
Yeah, because she's terrified. But, no, so we're at dinner, and it was like macaroni and cheese. I can't remember what it was,
dinner.
but it was definitely some of her faves. And she didn't clear her plate, and she doesn't always clear her plate, but she didn't clear her mac and cheese. And I was like, this chick, she's trying to get one over on me. So I said, are you sure you're finished? Because if you're not full, you can't have food later. No, I'm done.
She re-emphasized, I am done. And she was just...
I'm full.
She was eyeing the juice.
No, the juice wasn't even out. It was like, oh, okay. And then she goes, can I have my juice?
Oh, yeah, that's true. The juice
Instantly.
was in the fridge. But
can I have my juice?
Yeah.
So then...
But here's the key, though. You reinforced it. You gave her another shot.
We're not giving you food later, sis. Yeah, I'm full. Okay. Well, Bedtime routine comes on. We're
No, but
watching
you
the
guys
show.
about she embraced the juice. Oh, it was it. Like she drank it, and she was like,
She pounded that junk back.
the juice
And I'm like,
back.
you may want to savor that. But
Exactly, but-
whatever.
oh, yeah, she
You're
got
not
the
getting
juice
more. There's we do no refills
Oh
on
no,
our
refills
on our fountain
no,
juice.
No. But
I'm
you
just
would have
kidding.
thought
I
it
love
was.
a fountain machine. Side note, I love some Fountain Diet Coke.
You love some fire.
Not canned.
No.
Not 2 liter. Fountain.
And you prefer it from Sonic
I do.
with the Sonic Ice.
Yes. That's
So-
really what it is. The
it's
Sonic Ice.
So Adele got the juice, and she
got the juice.
hit the
She
jackpot.
hammered it back. And then we're doing bedtime routine. Chick asked for some food.
And she slicks it like, "Mommy." You're like, "Yes, Adele."
Mommy, like in her sweet.
I kind of
Mommy.
want some crackers.
She was snuggled. She knows the way
Yes.
to my heart is snuggling. This chick was snuggled and asked for some more food. You know what I said? No.
But
Straight
yeah,
no.
Alana, she said
Ruthless.
no. She was she
I am
she
ruthless.
gave her the no, and Adele, you could tell, and then mommy being the mommy she is, she's like, "Are you hungry, Adele?" A little bit.
Right. Oh, too bad, sucker. No. But you guys know that story, like we said before, connects to something to give you guys that imagery. So, are you chasing the juice?
Are you chasing the juice?
That's what we're talking about. So, really, okay, so you've got your main dinner, right? And then you've got your juice. So, your juice is what you're chasing after. Mm-hmm. It might be a dream that you think you've got, or it might be somebody else's dream that you think that you want.
That's
you're
stepping. That's the whole
It
other
might
podcast.
be somebody else's dream that you think that you want, but really what you need is the meal fulfillment first. And that meal fulfillment is your core values.
It's your core values. And the thing about it is, you kind of use the imagery of Adele. You know your core values. I mean, first of all, I kind of explain the core values. I think core values, they're flexible. They will change as you go into different seasons of life, I think. Because I would say for me personally, my core values have shifted,
I don't know that they have changed or that you are becoming
more aware of them.
You're starting to become more of who you are and being okay with who you are.
Okay, I can see that.
You're starting to eat more of your meal versus just focusing on the juice. So you're starting to learn more of who Stephen Mizell is, just like I'm starting to learn more of who Alana Mizell is, and understanding that those core values were always there.
Yeah. And so here's one to ask: how do you find those core values? Is it trial and error? So how do you know your core values?
I think it's reflection. And
Reflection is key.
I think that it's okay when some of the biggest times I think is when you're starting to look for a new job. And you lay out and if you haven't done this and you're starting to look for a new job or trying to figure out a new career, lay out what's important to me. Like, what are my non-negotiables?
Yes.
Okay. And so, but then from there, ask why.
And I think one thing also could kind of hit what you're saying. Alana and Alana's coming, it is something that's very important, pen and paper. And so when you're looking at it, you're writing down your non-negotiables and you're writing down the things you can put it on paper like, man, I didn't realize all these words I'm writing down really go back to family or really go back to stability. And when you see it in front of you, it's very important to write it down. Yeah.
But then okay, why stability? What does stability mean to you? What does stability mean to Alana? What will that give me? Like, what kind of meat and potatoes is that giving me for the fulfillment piece? Like, why is that so important to me? Well, why the stability is so important to Stephen is because it reflects back to his family. Well, why is family so important? And that's because we both grew up with married parents, and we both fundamentally believe that the biggest discipleship that we can have is in our 2 kids. And we fundamentally do not believe that we can impact the world, especially these players, especially my 140 plus women that I get to impact, if my stability in my core of who I am as Alana Mizell is not reflected in my family. So for us, stability goes right into family. Our family cannot survive without our stability. So those are our core values.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two of our core values.
Yeah, those are two of our core values, but it goes back to, like you said, that main entree is seated there with the core values, and you have to reflect on those. And just to be honest with you, sometimes, I don't know how to say this in a more appealing way, but sometimes your core values are not sexy. Like, they're not as appealing as you want them to be, and you kind of, like, forget
No, they
about.
more than likely are not sexy at all.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why you're continuing to chase juice, because juice is the sexy thing that the world wants you to be able to showcase.
Oh, yeah.
So is it super sexy that Steven gets to work with Division I football players? Yeah. Looks great from the outside. I'm not saying that it's not great. We are very grateful.
Yes.
Does it look awesome that I get to work for an amazing beauty company? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is awesome.
Yeah.
I love what I do. But I'm still find myself being able to forego or bend the rules on putting the phone up at 5:30 when I'm supposed to be hanging out with my kids. That's like a little rule that I have for myself. Literally have an alarm on my phone, but I bend them because I'm chasing juice within that moment that has no reflection on my core values.
Yeah.
So I've set aside my meat and potatoes, my core values, which are my kids, which is my stability, which is the time that I know that I need with my family, to chase the juice.
And I think the imagery we give is like, the girl had mac and cheese on her plate.
Right.
Like, she loves
Like,
mac
that's
and
her
cheese.
favorite.
Just like
That's
we
her favorite.
love our family and we love our stability, but still you get caught up in that moment of, yeah, but I can always get mac and cheese. I can always have my family. Let me just go slide over here and sacrifice this time because it could bring
Right.
this, and you're chasing it.
Right. And so that's talking about like us within our current careers that we both actually like. But what about the times that you see somebody else? Here's a good example. So Steven has no earthly desire to be a head coach.
No.
No. Like, that's not on the docket. But let's just play the hypothetical stance of, say, Steven does want to be a head coach. Because
Okay.
it looks good.
It looks good.
Looks pretty.
It's pretty.
You know? Okay. So maybe that's his juice. Right? Mm-hmm. So, or maybe you follow some influencers. I love that word.
Yes.
But maybe you follow some Instagram influencers,
Yeah.
right? And you think that it is just all super great. And so you forego focusing on your current role that you've dreamed of to start chasing after a head coaching position. For me to start chasing after an influencer role.
Yeah.
Not knowing whether or not it's been designed for your life. Because you're too busy focusing on the juice to see the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Like, you're willing to risk being hungry at the end, like Adele was, and longing for her mac and cheese, right? She was longing for her core values at the end of the night. But she really thought that she should become an influencer.
And she really thought the juice was going to fulfill
be
her.
it.
And I think that's something that, you have these kind of come into a fork in the road, whatever, when you have these decisions to make with your careers. And kind of like Adele, she drank it and it was good. So you might go have this conversation, or you might go follow this person, or you might go do these things. This is not really my core value, but you stretch yourself and you get that temporary fix. Like, hey, man, I got a chance to meet with so-and-so, and ooh, man, it was
Right,
amazing.
right.
But you're like, you
Right.
come back and you're like, man, but I missed out on this and I did this, and the person's not even talking to me anymore.
Okay, so let's take this even, and it may not even be career path. So for me personally, I've struggled with health and fitness and like, okay, how does that work with my mental health? And I've always loved to work out, but I have this ability to be a perfectionist. We're just going to call it that. I'm a workaholic. I'm a perfectionist, recovering 12-step program. No, it's not. It's a much longer step than 12. But so let's play that game with health and fitness. Okay, so you're at a crossroads of, do I want to stay on the track that I'm on, or what are my actual goals that reflect my core values? So any time that you are making a decision, if you are not strong in your core values and know who you are as a person, and are too busy at looking at what the outside wants you to achieve, you are going to miss the growth that you can have and the nutrients from the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
From that core value. Okay. So for me, that is one of the biggest things. We're trying to figure out, okay, what is my next step that will get Alana to the goal that she wants? Okay. But also, why is that my goal? Is that my goal because of a core value that I believe in? Because I want to be here longer for my kids? Because I know it will give me more energy? Because it will help with my stamina? Because it will allow me to have less anxiety, work on my depression, all of those phenomenal things within working out. But quickly it can fall into the juice of the outside world, being able to see the perfectionism that I'm putting on my body to, hit these exact macros, to be able to take a photograph that everybody can like and all those things. Like, what is it? And you can fall victim very quickly to striving for the juice, but your intention was to stay in the core value. Did you know that I sell makeup? Not only do I sell makeup, but the makeup that I sell is 3D makeup, which allows you to highlight and contour your face in a super simple compact. As a mom, I could not survive without my simplified routine. Not only that, but it's exactly what you need. Exactly when you need it, all in one spot. Go ahead and check out Alana Mizell on Instagram or alanamizell.com to learn more. So also, it is any time you are making any sort of decision, you want to make sure that you are reflecting on your core values first and kind of doing a self-check-in.
Yeah. I think the self-check-in is important and a reflection and writing it down. But something else that we kind of missed on, we talked about with the whole story, is that she sacrificed her core values, the nutrients of the mac and cheese, and was going to settle for saltine crackers. She was going to settle for
at the end
just
of the night,
something.
She was going to get saltine crackers because she was so hungry.
Exactly. She ended up settling for something that was way less. And so as you go through the journey and the personal goals, a lot of times you might chase that juice and then you end up losing and sacrificing a core value. You've heard the stories of people that, quote unquote, sell their souls for a job, or they end up losing who they are as a person because they chased something, they weren't rooted in who they were when they went for it.
Or the mom or dad that when the kids are 25, they try to build back a relationship that they could never get back.
They see each other like, who are these people that dinner table?
They've lost it.
They've lost it, yeah.
Because they were willing to sacrifice a core value on the front end. And yeah.
It's definitely
That's
very
intense. It's intense.
It's intense because it's a sensitive subject, but it's very intense because so many times you lose who you are so you could even you guys, let's even correlate this to. I was thinking about this actually today. Okay, so there are even clothing fads that come in and out and in and out and in and out, but genuinely, is that who you are? So tie-dye was in 2020. Bought a bunch of tie-dye. Let me tell you how much I wore the tie-dye. You even tie-dyed some clothes.
I did.
Yeah.
I did wear those a few times.
Yeah.
But just get the plain shirt. My core value is a plain shirt. That's what I like.
I'm a plain shirt kind of person.
Why did I want the tie-dye? Why did I want the juice? And then I can't even find a white shirt now.
Because everything is...
I can't even find my saltines.
You can't find your saltines?
Can't find my saltines. So I had to settle for a striped shirt.
You looked good in the striped shirt, though.
Right, but sister needs a long sleeve white shirt.
Shouts out to people listening. Help Alana find a long sleeve white shirt.
I don't know. But that's what Adele did. But we do it all the time because I was too busy focusing on tie-dye because everybody else was wearing tie-dye. But really, I just wanted a plain white shirt.
Yeah. And you...
Actually, my core value was a plain white shirt.
Plain white shirt. Chase the fad.
I'm not 17.
You're not 17. But
do I look cute in tie-dye? Sure. Do I ever want to wear it? False.
Would you ever wear it in public?
Sure don't.
Probably not.
Public. Runway. Sorry. Anyway, totally off topic.
It's all right.
So, also, it's kind of like once you've... Okay, so you're looking at this dream. You're looking at a head coaching position. You're looking at influencers. You're looking at tie-dye. However you want to say it. You're looking at the perfect body. You're looking at what you think is
going to fulfill
the
you.
perfect
Yeah.
life based off of Instagram because a bunch of people put things together. You guys, we're speaking from experience.
100%.
Okay, we're speaking from experience. And then you find out, we didn't tell you this in the beginning because I feel like it's the kicker.
Yeah.
The juice that Adele had was sugar-free.
It was Crystal Light.
It was Crystal Light.
It wasn't even real juice.
It wasn't juice.
It wasn't.
I mean, it was like kind of juice, but some
Kinda
people still count Crystal Light as their water intake for the day.
But also, she wasn't even getting real juice.
No.
Can you believe that?
So are you willing to give up a core value?
For something that's not even real.
Right.
Like,
To get an artificially flavored dream.
yeah.
That's what you're doing.
And that's the tough part because it's just the world that we live in today. And everybody keeps harping on that, but it's so many things out there why you have to reflect. You have to have a core group of friends or mentors that can help pour into you. And we at the Mizell Show would love to help you walk through these transitions you might not have and to help you see what are you about to chase. Is this juice actually juice? Or is it going to pull me away? And a lot of times you need to sit at your table and just eat your meal in front of you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to eventually give you the fulfillment, give you the food, whatever you need to get to the next step.
You gotta have the parent, so to speak, that says, again, are you sure you're full? Or really have the friend or the mentor that says, well, have you thought about,
Yes.
like Adele, have you thought about the fact that you're giving up mac and cheese? Are you sure you're full?
Yes.
Because if you don't have those people surrounding you that say, have you thought about the other side? You will end up with Crystal Light and a striped shirt.
Yeah, and again, you have to.
I like my striped shirt, by the way.
You like the striped shirt. You look good in the striped shirt.
But I needed a white one.
you need a white one.
I need a white one.
But you have to have that friend that kind of just sits down and has that reality check with you. Like, are you chasing something that is not real? And that could be a relationship. I'm going to call people out about that. It can be a lot of different things, but you need that parent.
You guys, it could be a house. There are so many people that so Steven sells real estate part-time. We do it for fun.
It's not for fun.
Not
I mean,
really
we
fun.
enjoy
Sometimes
it.
it's really not.
Yeah.
Not very fun. There's ins and outs. It looks like it's a whole lot of fun. It's exactly what we're talking about, you guys. But people think that they want this 3-car garage and they want this.
Or they want shiplap.
They want shiplap bliss. I want granite. I want marble. Well, do you know that you have to reseal marble and granite every 3 to 5 years? No.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Also, when you buy the house that you think that you want, you're going to sacrifice a core value of being able to spend time with your friends out because you just spent too much money on that house because that's what everybody else is getting. Mm-hmm. Right? Or you end up having to buy the house that is 30 minutes out of the way, so then you end up spending more time in your car and you actually hate being in your car and it gives you have driver's, what's it called?
Remorse.
No. Oh. Driving, that's buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse.
You'll definitely have that. Driving aggression.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Driver aggression?
No,
road rage?
Right. Oh my gosh, I did not remember that. But so you end up having road rage the whole time because you wanted what somebody on Instagram or somebody in your office had, but was actually not anything to do with your core value. Your core value was actually being able to physically spend that quality time with your friends and your family and get to them faster because that's who you are.
And you have to embrace who you are because we have so many friends, and I have a lot of the players that I talk to, they're willing to sacrifice their core values right now to get that temporary thing of juice. And I give them a hard time all the time about playing the video game system or other things. I'm like, your core value right now is a student athlete. And if you want to pour into yourself and you are studying and you are doing what you know you need to do, but yet you chase the juice and you find yourself playing Madden or Call of Duty until 4 a.m., and you got to get up the next day and do schoolwork.
Right.
And you know that you need to be doing the core things that are not as appealing, but at the end of the day, you know that you have to do it. But again, it's the juice. Everybody else is doing it. It seems cool. And I know I might sound like a grumpy old man saying these things, but it's just the facts. And you want them to see it now because you don't want to get to bedtime and they're hungry and have to settle for a saltine. Mm-hmm. When right now you are preparing yourself for a very awesome full course meal that would have you full, but you sacrifice it, and then at bedtime, you get saltines. I.e., you graduate college, and you're not getting a chance to go to the next level. You don't have that job, and you just settle for
Next level being NFL.
Yeah, next level NFL. And you're settled for XYZ because that freshman and sophomore year, you didn't stay at the table and eat the food that you didn't think you needed.
You need the protein.
You need the protein. You drink the juice.
Or the starch, really, because mac and cheese is starch.
Mac and cheese.
It's got all starch.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of imagery there, and I would love for some of you guys to actually sit down and focus on your core values. Truly listen to your core values. And then just find some people that align with your core values. You guys, there are people, the internet is not all bad.
Yeah.
There are people on there that align with your core values. And I would challenge you to unfollow those that are making you want Crystal Light and maybe turn on post notifications for those that actually mirror your core values.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I keep saying the end of the day, but guys, what we're asking you to do is to reevaluate your core values and put pen to paper. If you want us to help you out, feel free to send us a message. Yeah. Write on a piece of paper. Is it juice? Is blank juice? Like, is this juice? And we'll help you break it down because sometimes you don't see it. Like Adele did not realize what was so sweet and so awesome was end up going to, have her hungry in less than an hour and a half.
Well, I guess we're literally doing this right now. 2020 gave us all this reflection of like, okay, it's like this weird feeling of like, where are we? What do we want?
Yeah.
What are we longing for? And one of our core values is helping people grow, and that's why we have the podcast.
And I want to say something right quick that I'm just going to be honest with you and just keep it a buck, as kids say.
A buck?
Keep it a bill, like 100, like be honest and truthful.
Oh, no, that one.
4 years ago, some people, 4 years ago.
Let me write that down.
4 years ago, somebody got elected to the office because people thought it was juice. They were so appealed by it. They were
all
so
y'all drank that Crystal Light.
They were so appealed by it, and then now 4 years.
Let me tell you what you needed. You needed the 8 years before that was straight protein, not straight protein. There was some starch in there.
There was some core values in it. But I'm just saying that you think about that whole process, the hustle and the swindle and the oh my goodness, this is what we need. This is what America needs. I was saying like, oh, so maybe
y'all got saltines.
Got saltines. A lot of saltines.
Saltines. That extra salt.
A little salty. All right. Anyways, but it's just a reality of it, and a lot of us have been.
We are not political people.
No.
But
we want you to evaluate the juice. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like you're evaluating.
Take the time.
Take the time.
Think for yourself. Use your own brain. The pictures aren't always perfect. The grass isn't always greener. Sometimes you need to know less information to actually believe in something. Focus on who you are as a human being, and that is what matters. Eat the meat and potatoes. Quit trying to chase the juice. And guys, we're here to help you because we're literally walking through it ourselves. I'm literally going through what do I want mental health-wise, physically, emotionally, and why do I fundamentally want that as far as my health journey.
And I'm just going to say, when you wrap this up, you're going through it with your company right now. Like your company is about to drop some amazing, awesome, monumental thing, and you're now trying to figure out like, is this for me? Is this other product for me? How do I help my? I guess we are living this. We are not just talking this. Like we live it. I live it with my position in every aspect of it, and so we're here to help.
We're literally at the point where we don't know. We don't know. We don't know if we're full. We're literally in that in so many facets of our life. But we'd love to walk you guys through that. If you have any questions about it, or if you want us to go live for your team on a Zoom, however you want to do it, hopefully in person at some point in our lives, just go to themizellshow.com, or you can email us at info@themizellshow.com. Are you loving The Mizell Show? Well, we love you all. And did you know that you can have me and Steven talk to your team or a group of 25 of your friends? All it takes is 25 people showing up on either a Zoom call, a Facebook Live, or really anywhere. Hopefully in person sooner rather than later. But how do you get us? So all you have to do is email themizellshow@gmail.com, or you can direct message us on Instagram @themizellshow.